Hey guys, well, since nobody commented, I just picked something I wanted to do for a video. So today we're playing the Stanley Parable, one of my favorite games. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm just going to play it and act like I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Let's get into the game. Cool loading screen, huh?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, I guess I'll step out of my office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No,
What?
No,
What?
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks?
But
Now,
no!
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I was just trying to open the door, but okay. Wait, wrong button.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
This isn't noble,
Perhaps
that's why.
50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Well, let me doing this for a little bit. Fast forward!
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to
My
see
name's not Stanley.
commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Sorry, this is very small, whatchamacallit. Looking for door 417, I swear. Okay, there it is.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh, you're making me go through some cardio, man. Let's hope it's in here. It's not in here. Wait, what? Come on, man. 437. Where is that? It's not even here. Wait. He said 437, right? Oh, wait, what? Okay. I'm looking. I might just be really dumb. I mean... Oh, there you go.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks or so? I got it. You motherfucker.
Now, back to door number 437.
God, I hate this guy. I'll do it, though. I didn't even expect this
Let's
to be
see.
the idea.
How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I don't think we're getting somewhere.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Okay.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
And if only I could sprint.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Well, thank you very much. Wait a minute. Wait, can I go out the window? Wait, what?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
Even longer.
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Now I will wait for a little bit. I don't know exactly what I'll be waiting for, but I'm curious. Let's see. It might do something. I don't yet know for sure. Okay. This guy's a little impatient. I think he would have talked about it by now. Looks think he would have. And, begin the game again. Now we're not hearing the Stanley thing this time.
All of his
All the
co-workers
are gone.
What could it
What
mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Okay.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Do. Now I'm gonna do a crappy verse. Let's do it. My name is Pink. I do YouTube. And I'm doing this video because all of you didn't comment. So I'm editing this probably at 8 p.m. to get the video out by 12 a.m. Please subscribe. Okay.
All of his
All his
co-workers
were gone.
What could
it mean? Yeah,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
What he
room.
wanted to.
Perhaps he had simply missed a
Missed a
memo.
memo. Oh, here's where the game's actual aspect comes in.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, this is Pink Week. I'm supposed to be listening to you guys, but this isn't a stream, so fuck you, I'm going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley is simple but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Button. Oh, fuck. I'm going down.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Play the intermission music. I won't be playing music for
let's see, we went
this
down,
video.
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh no.
No.
Spoilers,
No, this isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just
What's that over there?
To,
is that hentai?
Who am I kidding?
Oh, he got
It's
fired.
rubbish
That's blowing me.
now. The whole story completely unusable.
Shut up.
How
Oh, he
about
got fired
rather than
too.
waste my
Oh,
time trying to
434.
salvage this
Must have
nonsense,
been dead
we'll
or
just
something.
restart the game from the beginning.
I mean, that's
This
just good
time,
security.
Suppose we don't wander so far off track.
I mean, this is like just a business plan.
From the top.
I saw the clipboard guy from Microsoft Word.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He says that a lot. Okay, now to get back to this. Huh?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
Huh?
no, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
What
move
monitor?
the story somewhere, or...
I don't know, we
Hold
restarted the
on.
game. You don't remember
Why am
that?
I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the
this
story.
That's a bizarre room. I feel like I'm in the back rooms. Maybe this is where the idea of the back rooms came from, now I think about it. That would make a lot of sense. I'm just saying. It would make a lot of sense. Oh, light. Windows. A door. Oh. What? Whoa, where am I?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've
That's
ever
your
been
opinion.
on. I can
That's your
promise you
opinion.
there definitely was a story,
Here before.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well,
I
I
don't
find
know,
it
do we?
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
This is a different...
All of his co-workers were
gone.
What could it
What
mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo. Now, I probably did just miss a memo, but I bet there's gonna be like no doors this time. Oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, nothing behind me. Huh. I don't remember seeing that. So we got the, Wonder what that does.
Aha! I
knew
we'd
we'd missed something.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Huh?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh, yay!
Congratulations!
I win. I beat the game.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
This is creepy.
I have to restart.
Oh. The Stanley Parable.
All right, I've got a
Adventure Line.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Trademark.
Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see?
Whoa.
The line knows where the story is.
I will follow the
it's
line
over in
perfectly.
this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes.
cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable,
Trademark.
Right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No. Okay, then. Oh. Let's follow this line.
What, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, this is the door I tried to open 200 times.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Isn't
Just
this like never ending?
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh my god, it is
What
never
do you
ending.
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, my imagination. Me, a trillion subscribers. Come on.
No, not you
Fuck.
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Get the fuck away. We don't like you here, adventure line, trademark.
A
doors.
choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
No, I will run this way.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse
Yes, I'm turning
door
so
that leads
slowly that
here.
it's not going in
And
the
that
right
in
circle.
turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I hope this is a good
And since the
transition
answer is
page.
clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
I don't think
Come,
that's logic,
Stanley,
man.
Our destiny awaits.
Okay, whoa.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean...
Nice.
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I can crouch.
So,
This is fun. I can
okay.
teabag the narrator.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
If you do have... Oh, I hate that noise. Let's just keep
all
going.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it
What
mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna do my favorite ending this time. So... let's hope I can do it.
When Stanley came to a set of
We're
two
gonna
open
obey a
doors,
lot
he entered
this
the
time.
door on his left.
Yet there was not a single person here
Talk
either.
less.
Feeling
Do
a
unbelievably
wave of
amazing work
disbelief,
all the time,
Stanley
every
decided
day.
to go up
With
to
no
his boss's office, hoping he
expectation
might
of
find an answer there.
a final.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, sure. Okay, I thought the door was locked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now, this I will do. Let me just, yep. Yep, this is entertainment right there. Don't know why there's a glass here, but to be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Lotion. Okay. Now. Oh, you can open this? This is my favorite little spot. We already went up, so we must go up, right? Never mind. Because I think it'd be better to see it like this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Well, I'm going down. Loading screen.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Sure, why not? Wait a minute, wasn't I here a bit ago? But there's no TV.
The lights rose on an enormous room
TVs.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
I think this
Stanley
is just a
thought to
security
himself.
room, man.
Did he have the strength to find out?
I think this is just a security room. Like, you gotta watch all of your workers, make sure they're doing their work right. I mean, it's just a different kind of meaning of monitoring.
To life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I thought I could get out. Just freedom means nothing here if you're just getting simply monitored. Yeah, that makes sense.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Who said it was a mind control facility?
Control all this time? Was
The
this
big
the only
words
reason
on
he
the
was
front?
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Who said it was mind control?
No.
Other than the
He
man
refused
himself.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I don't see any proof,
And as
man.
the
I'm gonna
cold
turn it back
reality of his
on. I need
past
security
began
on
to
this
sink
place.
in, Stanley decided that this
Oh,
machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
See what happened, huh? Darkness, death. Because no security means no monitoring.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yeah, we're all dead.
Yes. He had won. He had
Without any
defeated the
effort.
machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was
Yeah,
not
what's behind the
knowledge or
chamber?
even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Why is there a house
It was
right next to this
perhaps
huge building?
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What about no? I mean, this is pretty cool, but what's back here? Come on.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, I was happy. Thank you for the trophy. Now, I'm back? What? How?
Wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Does it say what time it is? No, it doesn't. It's not accurate.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Ooh, but this is, well, this is the Ultra Deluxe Edition.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay,
Brad.
so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna play until I get something.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
What is that? Red brick. Oh yeah, so my goal here is to get a...
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
This is happiness. But you know what? I've been wanting to know about this myself.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
It's plugged into nothing. Okay. We're gonna leave it at 1 because I want to annoy you guys.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Okay.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Remember that.
What do you say, friend?
Because we're gonna do the new content. But first... Oh.
Psst. Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you... Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Now go back and check. I was just curious if it was that way.
You're not a dog.
This reminds me of a certain game I've played before.
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The British Academy of Film and Television Awards awarded to The Last of Us slapped on to Stanley Parable for story. Oh, these are part of the endings. Work hard, my good friends. All of that. Hmm. Buy on pressurized gas. What everyone's saying. I don't know if that's legal, but cool. Nominee. Oh, Stanley's dead?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Is that bad? Well. Winner, nominee, honorable mention. Big Sushi, yeah. Oh, yeah. Person of the Year, Stanley! Mariella, I think that woman on the right's name is. Oh.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Those aren't stairs, by the way. Source. Well.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for
They
computer
mean
games.
Steam,
I haven't
which is
looked at these in
hilarious.
years. I can't even imagine what's being
They
collected
can't
down here.
say Steam
Surely
on a
these reviews were
PlayStation
glowing
game,
as
but they
well,
can
weren't
say it on
they?
the Steam port. So if you buy it on PC, it actually does say Steam here.
Honestly, I
recommend
could
it.
not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Unfunny?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly.
I'm
You
seeing
can.
more good
My
ones than
goodness.
that. I don't know what
This
you're
is
talking about,
actually
man.
quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps
You
the
didn't,
Stanley
man.
Parable isn't quite as... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
He's
surely
right.
couldn't
I do
hurt.
want a skip button
Not if
for
it
a
means we
YouTube
can
video.
strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay, I'm gonna spam this skip button.
And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a
Well, I
window
mean,
or something
we
like that.
entered
Do you see
with
window
a
anywhere?
vent.
A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, And don't press the skip button.
I'm gonna set a
Got it?
timer for 10
Yes,
minutes.
Good. I'll be right back.
And I'll skip 4 times, depending on how long it. If he's not back by 10 minutes, it's not gonna work. This timer's been started. Now, zoom that up. Hmm.
Where do you smell like you've been? Irish Spring. Smell from a nice smelling place.
Ooh, new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. Girl Scout Thin Mints, Newport.
Time and in the last video, we went over what limits are and how to find them. So in this video, we are going to go over a real-life application of limits to find when your dad is coming home. Your dad went to the grocery store with $3 to buy some milk. It's been 15 years and he hasn't come back. So firstly, let's set up a graph where the x-axis represents how far your dad is from home. The distance. And the y-axis represents the time until your dad gets home. The time. Now, one point of confusion for people doing this problem is that usually the x-axis is the one that defines time. However, in this case, the y-axis represents time because I am Asian and I get to make the math rules. I am Asian. The next step is to set up the equation. Your dad left with $3, and is going to obtain 1 liter of milk, which requires 1 trip to the grocery store, which is 1x. Distance away from your home. So that means the equation is 3 for $3 over x. But realize if x is negative, that means y is also negative, and time cannot be negative. So the equation is actually the absolute value of 3 over x. If we graph that out, the function looks something like this. In order to find out when your dad arrives home, we must take the limit as x goes to 0 of the function f of x. Actually, let's switch to a different color here. F of x. Basically, as the x value approaches 0, what value does the y value approach? As you can see on our graph, the y value, or time it takes until your dad gets home, approaches infinity. The limit as x approaches 0 in respect to the equation of the absolute value of 3 over x is infinity. So basically, your dad is never coming home. Never coming home. And there's your final solution. Let's move on to the next problem. Let's say you won the lottery. Your dad, hearing of this news, would spend that $3 on something else, knowing that you will be able to get a lot more than $3 from you once he gets home. That changes the equation to f of x equals the absolute value of 0 over x. And if we draw this graph, you can see the estimated time of arrival of your dad is always 0 no matter where he is. Be sure to check out my other 2 lessons where we use the transitive property of equality to find out who asked, and where we use the Pythagorean theorem to find out your mom's last name.
Bar is real. Bar video. What am I doing up here? What am I doing up here? They can't even hear me. Should I try to communicate? Like, right? Like, hey, wait, look over here. Hey, everybody, look over here. Hey, you, wait, look. Hey, everybody, hey. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! I'm probably just look like a fucking psycho. Nobody's probably watching this TV. Nobody's watching this TV. I don't think anyone is. It's gonna be so weird looking over there and being like, so what's going on the TV over there? In a lot of bars, TV's just on. Like, I'll be honest. It kind of like, there'll be like a basketball game or like
3 minutes to go, by the way.
Are they paying attention? Houston.
No, Vsauce 3, no. I said it's an ice cream shop, okay?
Last night I played a lot of Elden Ring PvP, so much so that I decided I want to get good at it. Before, when I would dabble into it in my playthrough, I kind of didn't know the etiquette or how I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Last night I learned there's a whole system to this that I just didn't respect at all. I was playing with my friend Kabuki Sage a bit with my previous whip build. In this area, currently where I'm at, this is where people actually come through to play PvP. The map where this is at is the main academy gate where Renala is. Now, I'm recording this after playing hours and hours of PvP, but before I decided to make the Melania build, in my own way, of course, the actual Melania build ass, but I really thought being him with the whips was good enough for this area. Bro, I'm only getting clapped because I haven't really tried yet. Watch this next one. Whoa! This is crazy. Bro, Kabuki, why is he fucking me? Okay. Oh, he got a lightning little thing going on. What's that? What the hell was that? You see that before? Nah, bro. What the hell is that? Yo, I'm just not ready, bro. I don't think I'm ready. That was it. What? You re-aiming that, bro? You re-aiming. It's not free. Wait. Damn. Watch this. Wait. Come on, bro. You fell for my trap. Mid-range. If you don't beat this guy, I'm gonna beat him, bro.
1 minute.
Five-star Esper? Oh my god! I got a